So you're traumatized, I'm traumatized. Let's talk about it. I want to make it clear that this video is not going to be for everyone. You're not going to be able to watch this video and immediately be like, I get it. This is what I need to do. These are just things that I've done that have helped me heal as a person. And obviously healing is something that's different for everyone. It looks different for everyone. Different things work for different people. It takes, you know, it's a long process. It's not just something you could do overnight. But I just thought I would share what I do to heal myself from time to time. All right. When it comes to healing and when it comes to trauma, a big part of it that you have to realize is that a lot of it has to do with your body. A lot of us think that it has a lot to do with the mind, which it does, obviously, with the mind-body connection, but a lot of it is held within our bodies and we can't really release it until we acknowledge it and like we feel it and we move our bodies. So the different ways that you can let out these emotions and let out this trauma and stress is writing, speaking, and moving. So what I mean by this is I love to write. I write every single day, and when it comes to writing about things that happen in your past or things that make you emotional or, you know, bring up emotions and stuff, writing it down could be really, really helpful. One, to get it out of your head. Like you're releasing what needs to be released from your body and from your mind onto a piece of paper. And like with writing, there's absolutely no judgment. You don't have to show anybody any of these things. You can be as detailed and vulgar and just as direct as possible when you're writing. And the thing about writing is like just being able to like move your hand and being able to see what you're thinking or what you want to say on paper is just, it's a nice way to release it, and it's a nice way to bring it into the physical and bring it out of you itself, if that makes sense. That's the same thing with speaking. Now obviously there's obviously people who you could talk to if you're close to, if you trust them. You can obviously rant to them about things that you've, you know, been holding on to or things that you've been feeling, which is totally a good idea if you have those kind of people in your life. But I will have to say one of the best times that I have about speaking about things like that is talking to myself. 100%, because I understand if like everything I'm saying. I understand and I agree with everything I'm saying, and being able to just speak without being interrupted or without being perceived or without having any sort of different perspective, it's just so nice to just let it out and just to rant it out and to let out your emotions. And one of the things that I do when I do talk to myself is I'll picture the person that I'm talking to who may have caused me pain or caused me trauma, and I'll act like I'm talking to them, and I will say the meanest shit to them. Like I go absolutely off. And it feels so good. So good. I 100% recommend doing that. Just pretend like you're talking to the worst fucking person. The worst person. And being able to just let out what you feel to this person without any actual... I can't think right now. I can't think. Without any consequences from how they may receive it or how they may respond. It feels so good. So good. And just to scream, just to yell. And a lot of the times when I do this, I obviously end up crying because that's what happens when we let our emotions out. And a lot of time when it comes with trauma, we like to cover up a lot of our emotions with anger and resentment. And then once we get past that kind of layer, it's just pain and sadness, which that's the thing about healing is you are going to have to cry a lot. Crying is really good for you. So good for you. Like anytime I find myself crying, I don't see it as like, oh dang it, like I'm sad. I'm like, this is so good for my body. Like I'm releasing what needs to be released. I saw somewhere that tears and like crying is literally like a stress reliever for your body. It's so good to cry, and you have to cry. You have to let out your emotions, or else they're just gonna be stuck in there. That's the whole process of healing, is letting out the emotions and the pain and everything that, you know, was caused throughout your sort of trauma or throughout your, you know, wounds and things. So cry a lot and scream. You could punch something if you're just angry. Like I love to scream in my car at the top of my lungs. I know we've all done it. It feels so good. Do that too. Also, moving your body. Okay, when it comes to moving your body, one of the top things that I think helps release trauma, this is just a fact actually, is yoga. Yoga. Like yoga. Oh my gosh, it's insane. We carry a lot of stress and trauma in our hips and in our shoulders. And I'm telling you, sometimes when I'm doing yoga and I'm getting like a really deep stretch and I'm breathing really deeply within my body, I will legitimately start to cry because it's just being held up in there. And a lot of times you have to realize that when we're releasing emotions and releasing trauma, you don't always want to have to put a pinpoint to why you're feeling this way. Sometimes you just do. It could be from 5 years ago, it could be from 2 weeks ago, it could be from whatever. Sometimes you just have to let yourself feel the emotions and stop trying to have a sort of label for why you're having them, if that makes sense. Like, you don't have to be like, oh, this is because Sandra and her whatever. Like, you just have to feel it. That's it. Just feel it. You don't have to think about why you're feeling it or think about, you know, when this happened. It just, let it go. You know, that's really important as well. Also, lifting weights is really good for you. Running is really good for you. Just getting out, the like stress relievers and stuff, and even walking. Probably, yeah. I mean, it's moving your body, I guess. But I would say the number one is definitely yoga, for sure. Especially if you're not into, you know, working out really hard or, you know, running or anything like that. Also, you have to change your mindset when it comes to things that you've gone through. You don't, and I'm not saying that you're not a victim to whatever abuse you may have endured or whatever trauma you faced as a child or as an adult. I'm not saying that you're not a victim in that sense, but you really shouldn't look at yourself like a victim. Have a victim mentality. That'll keep you so low, and like, it's just not a good mental state to have. Sure, what you went through was hard. Sure, what you went through was horrible, and I don't want to take that away from you. But if you keep yourself in a victim mindset, you're going to be miserable. You're going to think everything in your life that happens to you sucks, and that you're just this victim who's on the floor who can't do anything, and just everybody hates her, and like all these bad things keep happening to her. And it's like, no. Like, you have to switch a flip in your mind, and you have to think, wow, like, yeah, what I went through was shitty, but I got through it, and it's done. And I overcame it, and I learned so much from it. Because that's the thing about pain and things like that, is we learn a lot from it, okay? There's a reason why I feel like we all go through hard things, and we all go through pain and trauma, and so we can learn from those experiences and make ourselves stronger people. So it's really important to look at yourself as a strong person and not as some victim, okay? Because you are a strong person, okay? Like, believe me, you are. Especially if you're, you know, trying to have this healing journey and trying to better yourself. That in itself is amazing. A lot of people don't even get that far. A lot of people are so stuck in this victim mentality and just this woe is me card. Like, they can't, or they won't take the time to better themselves or to fix themselves or to think better of themselves. It's like, ugh. It's honestly kind of annoying sometimes. But we're not going to talk about that right now. Anyways. Also, a big part about healing. Now, I don't want to come off as judgmental because obviously I do some of these things too, but when it comes to crutches, whether it be drinking or smoking or overworking or doom scrolling, these things are all distractions from whatever it may be. And it's hard to get into that sort of healing mentality when you're being distracted or when you're not having a clear state of mind. And I'm not saying that you're not allowed to use crutches, because you're a human being at the end of the day, and crutches are something that 90% of the humans on this earth do and fall into because life is hard and sometimes it's nice to have a break. But when it comes to really wanting to heal yourself and really wanting to feel these emotions, you obviously can't have any distractions. So you need to just take the time to be with yourself and be by yourself and just talk to yourself. Just have time to feel and have time to cut out all distractions and just being able to focus on you, you know? So, yeah, which is hard. And you shouldn't feel like you need to be rushed either. Like, you feel like if you need time to do whatever you need to do, that's fine. You have the time. But just know that being sober is probably the best way to do it and the fastest way to get that stuff out, to be more focused and to be able to experience what you need to experience. And when you are healing, you need to be very compassionate and comforting within yourself. Obviously, you can get this from somebody else if you have that sort of resource, but I think it's really important to not really rely on anybody and to be able to comfort yourself through these sort of times and realize that you are there for yourself and you will always be there for yourself. You are the only person who is ever going to be there for yourself at all times. So it's so important to have a good relationship with yourself where you know you can look at yourself with compassion and have that sort of patience and comfort within yourself. Like saying positive affirmations, like saying how strong of a human being you are and how far you've came and how proud of yourself you are for getting over these challenges, or just like holding yourself, giving yourself a hug, like rubbing your arms or something, literally anything. It's honestly a lot more comforting than I feel like people recognize. Like I hold myself all the time. Like I hold my waist and like I'll rub my arms and stuff, and like if I'm like sad or whatever, it's just being there for yourself. Legitimately. Like you could do that. You don't have, you could do that yourself, literally. Legitimately. And when it comes to healing, it's never really a point of like getting 100% healed and like I'm 100%, nothing affects me anymore and I'm great and I'm happy or whatever. It's very much a roller coaster. It's very much up and down. So you're gonna have times where you're gonna be crying and you're gonna be sort of just mourning yourself and mourning your life and what you went through, and then there's gonna be times where you completely forget about it and like you grow past it and you let it go, and it's a roller coaster. Sometimes you get reminders, sometimes you're like not even thinking about it at all. It's a journey. It's like a lifelong thing, and obviously that's life itself. Life has ups and downs. Life has people who will help you grow, who will hurt you, who will comfort you and make you a better person. That. I hope you got something from this video. I hope I made sense. I'm in a weird state of mind right now. I don't really know what's going on. Anyways, but I hope you enjoyed, and if you liked it, I have a lot more advice videos that you can watch on my channel. So yeah. Anyways, also I have a lot of plans for my next coming videos. I'm traveling soon, so travel vlogs are on the way. Look out for them. And yeah, I'm so proud of you also for watching this video, but also for taking the time to like invest in yourself. That takes a lot, and a lot of people don't. It takes a lot of people a long time to figure that out. So be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. You're doing amazing. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Okay, anyways, I hope you have a good rest of your day. I hope you have a good rest of your night. I hope you have a good rest of your life. Look out for yourself, because you are the one person you can trust 100%. I'm not saying that there's other people you can't trust, but you come first. You should always come first in your life. And that's on period. Okay, alright, I'm done. I'm gonna stop talking now. Thanks for watching.